Let me just spill a little bit real quick. Hold up. Let me just spill a little bit. So I'm gonna speak on it from my perspective because I myself have daddy issues. I myself have a father who is not appreciative, who is not accepting, who claims to be accepting, but then when they get upset, really aren't accepting because then their true feelings come out. You know, when people get upset, they start screaming all these insults and things like that. So I have a father like that who, you know, will say one thing and then when they get upset, you know, it's you're a faggot, you're a punk, you're everywhere in the book, you know, I don't even care about you, you know, this is that and the third, you're not even my son, you know. These are things personally that I've heard. I know people have heard way worse and experienced way worse. And for that, I am I'm sorry that you have to face these things because it's not easy. But if you are in a situation where you are facing daddy issues, like myself, because I myself live with my father. Well, I'm not gonna say I live with my father. My father lives with me. Let's correct that real quick. No, I can't kick him out because you know also my aunt lives with me as well, and she ain't gonna let it happen. And I damn sure ain't about to kick her out. Plus I need her. But for the most part, if you are in a situation where you're living with someone where you have daddy issues and things of this nature, and I'm not saying daddy issues to be completely to be funny. I'm being completely honest. It's just the word I can use that's kind of short instead of expanding it into a longer thing. But if you are having daddy issues in the sense where you have a father who does not appreciate you, accept you, who demeans you, makes you feel lesser than yourself, please understand. Please, because I know so many people harm themselves. So many people feel that they can't make it because that's all they have. They have family. That's all they have, and things like that. Whenever someone insults you, whenever someone demeans you, whenever someone makes you feel like you are lesser than yourself, these feelings ultimately stems from the way that they feel about themselves. These feelings are ultimately the things that they see for themselves. So whenever someone insults you, they have their own issues 10 times bigger and deeper than whatever it is that you are going through. My main message and point in this video is having the understanding that you have the power to choose what you will and will not accept. Understand that, and this is just for me, I'm not telling anyone what you should and should not have to do. It took for me 27 years to understand, even though I knew I did not necessarily like my father for the things that he's done and who he was. I'm going to be completely honest. God knows that I tried my hardest with my father. God knows I gave my all with my father. I tried to be nice. I tried to be better. I tried to be a better person, open and understanding and patient is the key freaking word with this. Patient, because God knows I have none of it. I tried to be patient. However, there's just so much that you can take. You have a choice to to know what you will and will not accept into your life. For me personally, I could not accept someone who had no understanding of what it means to be trans. I could not accept someone who decided that it was cool to degrade me or, you know, make me feel like I just wasn't on this level as them because I chose a different route than them. You have a choice to accept the fact that, yes, your mother and father are the people who brought you into this world. But no, you do not have to accept them as the people who guide you, who lead you, who provide for you. I mean, well, when you're at a certain age, you kind of do, unless you got options. I mean, I ain't have no options. But when you get to a certain age, and the reason I'm saying is because I've had this conversation, so many people are like, but that's your father. And so many people, but that's your mother. And I respond, well, fuck you and suck a dick. And I know that's very rude and very nasty. You know, sometimes. But I'm being honest, I really do say that. And I'm like, you can't tell someone that because someone brought them into the world that they have to abide to everything that they say. No. Because if I'm being completely honest, I can tell you the entire story about my father and your mouth will drop. And you still want me to follow that example? I firmly believe that the example that I am choosing to create for myself is the right example for me. Just like you yourself need to go out and create the right example for yourself and not allow someone else's opinion to waver, push you, sway you, or make you fear. You understand what I'm saying? Make you fear. Because a lot of people don't have the understanding that. And I'm gonna be completely honest, me, I used to think like, oh, well, it's probably gonna hit someone, but it's kind of dawning on me, you know, Like, I used to have so many beliefs about so many things, and one of the things, was I wasn't good enough because I didn't choose the route of being a man. And if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't even showed how to be a man, but I can tell you how to be a man, even though I wasn't showed how to be a man, because being a man is not defined by wearing your pants on your ass. It's not defined by having 10,000 females you fucking in one room, having the big houses, the amount of monies, or you just macho. Being a man is not any of that. Being a man is being honest, being compassionate, being honest, not honest, being honest, compassionate, considerable, being loving, being kind, being an actual leader to not just your offspring, but to others around you. A leader in showing them and loving them in whatever choices that they choose to do. Whatever you choose to do in your life, whatever choices, that a person in your life decides to make, you accept them, you love them, and you push them, and you fight for them, and you hold them down, and you don't bash them, and you damn sure don't allow someone else to come in and disturb their peace, because then you just prove yourself to be not a real man, but just a bitch. And that's even worse. So, with that being said, if you heard this and something hit you, okay. If it didn't, okay, that's cool too. But at the end of the day, always remember to be choosing to be the best version of you. Always be choosing. I said always be remembering. Always be choosing, sorry. Always be choosing to know what's right for you based off of what you feel, not because of what someone else tells you. Always be choosing to put your best foot first. Always be choosing to remember that no matter what anyone tells you, anyone calls you, anyone says to you, that you are more than great, you are more than deserving, and you are more than worthy of every single thing that you want in this world. No matter who you are. Trans, gay, straight, monkey, dog, cat, hell, whatever. Pink, blue, I don't know. I don't care. Have a great day.